when I'm casting these smaller roles on a self-tape, I do tell the actors, we'll just do it, 2 or 3 different ways and make sure that they are different so that we can see it. Don't just, do a one-line co-star role on a self-tape and send it in and be done. We don't know what we want. They don't know what they want. So just you show us what we want, do it a few different ways, sort of take control over this opportunity that you have. But for the most part, you just have to kind of do it and forget about it.
Sure.
Because the number of reasons that a decision is made for a one-line co-star, there are so many more reasons than there are lines for this one role. And none of us can control it. And so many things go into it on the show level and at the network and studio level. Even if you delivered it perfectly and everybody loves you, there's still 18 reasons why you're not getting this role. So you just have to do it. Forget about it. It's far beyond your control, my control, anybody's control. Don't dwell on it. Again, it's great. You need this experience. You need this role. But if you don't get it, there's more. You kind of just have to put it in the can and throw it away.
I guess it's the same as with any audition you do, but I suppose those 1 or 2 liners when you're wanting to build up those first 3 or 4 co-star credits,
Sure.
Because you're earlier on in your career for the most part, there is that thing of need is almost the wrong word, but there is that sort of innate, I got to get this, and that kind of clinging on to it for dear life, where it's the antithesis of that really, I guess, it comes into play.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is we can see it or sense it easily when an actor needs that role so badly. It comes through even in a one line. It just comes through in the delivery. And take a reporter, for example. Reporter roles sometimes will have 1 or 2 lines, and those are not easy, because you can watch any TV show and sometimes there's a reporter, you're like, that sounds so unrealistic. But when it's delivered right, you probably don't even notice it. The line can be said, it probably doesn't even register for you. But when the actor wants it so badly, you just feel it. And then for us, it's like, well, that's not the person. We need someone who can do this silly one-line role and have it almost go unnoticed so that we want them. It sounds so strange and so opposite, but
it's being natural, right? I think for the actor, because we have such big egos, it's the thing of this is all about me. But it's like, it's one line, you're serving the story for a small moment to take it from this beat to that beat.
Yes.
And I guess it's just learning to get out of our own heads a little bit and just say it,
Right. I guess a lot of people refer to it as, okay, I don't do this.
Not putting flavor on it too much, I guess, would be the thing. Like, make it your own, but don't feel like you have to give me a backstory of, this guy's just had a divorce and his kids being, in child services, and you don't need that.
I had a friend, he's still my friend, but he's not acting anymore. He would spend like 3 or 4 days prepping for this 1, 2, 3 line co-star role. I'm like, dude, you got to stop. You got to stop. It is not helping you, and you're not booking these. You just go in and say the line. Say it to me now. Think about it for a little bit, and then go in and do it. And the more he could throw it away, the more success he had with booking these roles. But he chose to go a different route.
I think it's experience. I just, and in my experience, it's been the more you do any kind of audition, the more you just get used to realizing, number one, there's not a damn thing I can do about anything once I've done it. If I screw it up, I screw it up. There'll be another one. And like, even if I do a great job, who the hell knows or cares, because there's so many other permutations that it's like out of your control. And just enjoy the fact that you've been called in to do it. Like, it sounds awful, but
I know. Yes, you're 100%. There's this one actress who, this was years ago, but she had been reading for me for projects, commercials, and films for years. And she was always getting to the end. She always made callbacks. She always made the last cut. She did chemistry reads. She always made it to the end. Never booked the role. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride type of thing. Sure. And she would still come in for the next project all smiley and happy and positive, and there was never a moment of self-doubt or I'm terrible or what am I doing wrong. And she just kept coming in and kept coming in and kept coming in. And then finally we were able to book her on an ABC Family commercial, which turned into, I think they shot like 5 or 6 commercials with the same. There was a family that I cast for ABC Family, and they became the ABC family for these commercials, which was great. So she waited all this time, but then she booked a handful of commercials, and then I don't know what happened in her head, but that clicked, and she started booking the movies with me as well, and I was able to cast her a few times, and it's just wonderful, and so nice to be able to keep calling her in. She was reliable and always kept it happy and positive, which for me is just everything.